Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and we're not too far away from the start of the second game in the Men's Open Division, and it was Queensland going down to New South Wales last night in a hard-fought comeback, but the Queenslanders got pipped at the post. It was 8-7 to New South Wales, so Queensland need to win this one to keep the series alive, and it will be Norman from the Queensland side who takes the tap and gets us underway here, and Pearce driving forward. Norman shapes to Pearce. Pearce is coming around the back now. Comes off his right foot. Well defended from New South Wales. Had him covered well and truly there. Rolls the ball now. Pearce. He's with the ball. Norman's coming in from half. Comes off his right. Nice flat ball. Dips down. A little bit of a collision there between Cridland and Palau. But turnover from Queensland opening set.
With the way that their team has started there. A lot crisper than they were in the early stages last night.
So the Blues just coming through the middle of the park at the moment. It's shifted back out to their left-hand side. And Palau, he's come in looking for some work. Nice strong touch on Palau. He's taking it forward again. And penalty coming here against Queensland. Coming in from the sides, a call from referee Skelly.
Yeah, the Queensland defence came in and jammed from both sides. An obvious penalty that time. But it does give New South Wales the opportunity to set 6 players on the attacking line.
So Hennessy rolls the ball. No, he's got the ball now. Hennessy comes off his right foot. He's got him into trouble. Big touch made there from Sean Francis on Nick Good.
Yeah, Hennessy dangerous there off that right foot. May have had an opportunity to slide under himself, but chose to give it to Good.
Hennessy, Good on the wraparound. Flings one out to Palau. It's gone forward. No, he's just going to say ball down there. So ball down, possession to Queensland.
Yeah, the referee's calling that ball down. Queensland now needing to go the length of the field. Early stages, both teams controlling the ruck pretty well, getting their flow going, moving down the field pretty easily.
So substitutions now for Queensland. Francis drives in, Laws onto the park. He's driving forward now. Benbow's in the half. He's got the ball. Jinking off his right foot, looking for someone to connect to. Switches in Zanetti. Zanetti fires a big left to right, but that's taken off from Mishashi. Good pick up there. He's got the ball back again.
Yeah, well positioned there, defensive wing play. But again, Queensland looking dangerous. Flowed down the field pretty well. Now New South Wales trying to do the same.
Nick Good brings it down the right-hand side. He pops into the box. So substitutions for New South Wales. Hennessy back inside the Langbridge. Drives in. Hennessy's in half again. Looks to connect. And he finds his man. Throws the dummy. Connects up with Langbridge. Daniel Langbridge. And opening touchdown there for New South Wales.
Yeah, you would have seen there that the New South Wales team on the back of that drive. Hennessy always dangerous when he comes out of half. You've got to watch his step. You've got to watch his pass. Here he is. He goes out of half. He pumps a couple of times. They think the ball's going short. He slides through the line and then just picks up Langbridge for the touchdown.
So opening touchdown to New South Wales, 1-0. They take the early lead. It's Cody Green, just takes the touch. He's got the ball back again now, Green. Gives it to Pride. Pride drives in. Russell sweeping around the back. Flat ball picked up from Russell. They've got them stretched here a little bit, Queensland, but they just hold back. Townsend and Russell connecting together. Russell gives it to Townsend. 6 more touches coming Queensland's way.
Yeah, I'm not sure that they would have really wanted to give 6 to go there. You don't want to give this talented lineup 6 touches on your line. Would have been much better just to take the touch there.
So Pride. Russell's got the ball back again. Pride driving in. Out here on the left-hand side. Russell comes off the right foot. Just holds it up. Puts it out in front of Green. Well held from Green. Oh, he's almost bobbled that, Cody Green. Managed to bat it back. Russell. Big touch out of the line there. Scott Buckley comes up and put pressure in the New South Wales box. They're really happy with that defensive effort from Scott Buckley.
Yeah, just that little bobble then just disjointed their attack that they were setting. And Buckley read it well. He was able to come in and strike and make that touch. And now New South Wales on the drive again.
Good. Takes the touch. It was good contact on Good from Corey Russell. Now New South Wales. Russell comes in to make the touch. It's gone through the legs. And a big forward pass. It worked last night, didn't quite work today.
Yeah, you're always going to see something different from Palau, and well, that time it was the through the legs pass.
So Queensland going a little bit more direct here now. Kenny's come in looking for some work. Gets him on the front foot, Townsend. Bump ball back to Pearce. He's just crabbing across field, but nothing going on there for Queensland. Norman back on the park now, Cridlin. Pearce moves into half. Looking to shape up with the Norman. Goes in. Touch made. Big touch again. Scott Bundy. And old Pete Norman got a little bit frustrated last night. He needs to keep himself in check, but good defensive play again from New South Wales.
Yeah, great defence there from Bundy coming in. It was a really well set play from Queensland. Norman flying into the hole and Bundy just getting there to make the touch.
So Palau takes the tap. Langridge just down the sideline. Nice and easy so far. Nick Good takes the tempo up a little bit more now for the Blues. Hennessy with the ball. Good into half. Feeds it back to Hennessy. Gives back to Good. Drives in front of Hennessy. They've got numbers here open side. Big numbers and space. Hands up in the air, big touch made. They had the 2-on-1, but couldn't capitalise.
Yeah, Blackwood going for the try himself there. It would have been better to put it through the hands to shoot. He committed the winger in. He could have just released that to shoot and put New South Wales ahead 2-0. But as it is, 1-0 to the Blues.
So Kenny now driving forward. Cridlin gets in at half. That's Benbow back onto the park now. Law links up with Benbow. Law's going to have a go here. He does. He takes on Good. Loses his footing a little bit. Still dancing around Michael Law. He's got good footwork, but they're well numbered. Hegarty takes the touch. Palau rolls the ball. Good. And they're going to work up again to make some changes. And it's sloppy in here. Ball down.
Yeah, sloppy there from Palau. New South Wales having to get changes out there, and they've got their 6 out there. They were unlucky not to be penalised there, and Queensland should have received a penalty. New South Wales having 7 on the field there for a very slight second, but it still should have been the penalty.
Yeah, we've seen that a couple of times in some matches across the weekend, that there's been times where both teams have had too many players on the field, and they've managed to get it off without the referee seeing. There's going to be a penalty here. Pearce is asking for the mark. He's got it now.
Yeah, that was a penalty against the link there of New South Wales. They called him offside.
So Pearce and Law, dynamic attacking weapons. Law tries to get up into the line. Big touch out of on that side. Madaliso Mishash comes up and makes a big touch. Law. Pearce again. Goes short. Now they try to go through the legs. Well, geez, it's the flavour of the month this month. Both teams trying to get the miracle pass through the legs.
Yeah, and look, it's been very good wing defence at both ends of the field. Queensland earlier on Blackwood, and there twice in a row. Masashi coming in and really putting the pressure on the Queensland attack.
So the Blues with Nichols. Strong touch from Russell. Buckley. That's Nichols again. Just beats his defender. Makes a couple of extra metres. They're all helpful. And ball down here. So just a little bit of a sloppy roll ball. Dylan Hennessy couldn't pick it up in the ruck.
Yeah, but it was a nice grubber.
Yeah, it was a great grubber. Plenty of those on this famous field, Dolphin Oval. There's been some big matches over the years in the QRL at this stadium. It's Queensland. Back into Francis. So they're still happy to move the ball around the Queenslanders. Green, Norman. Cridlin's in the half. Feeds it to Norman. Back to Cridlin. Directed by Norman. Comes off his right foot, rips one out. They go the bat back in. Well covered again. They're going to say touch and pass here. Forward pass, my mistake. It's New South Wales, their defence is just holding really strong at the moment.
Yeah, they just ruled that tap in when it went forward. It was, again, an opportunity there for Queensland. Both teams are testing each other at the moment, but the defences from both teams are really standing up well.
So nice drive. Green just came in with the shoulder. They go the bat on, and it falls away from Madaliso out there on the left-hand side. They have got Queensland stretched when they've come down a few times. They've been on the back rope, the home side.
Yeah, both teams impressive when they're in the attacking zone. Here's a penalty here.
Yeah, I think he's indicating he's gone through the ruck.
No, yeah, foot in the ruck there from the referee, Kim Skelly. Now Queensland, set of 6 coming out from their own end.
Zanetti drives it forward. Norman. Francis moves into half. And Pearce. Sorry, Dean.
A bit of chat going on between the two teams at the moment. A little
ball.
bit of verbal between both of them, just letting them know that they're out there.
Yeah, it's a lot of intensity. Really good crowd building here in Redcliffe as well. There's plenty of chat from both sides. And when you get a men's open game, you can really feel intensity pick up, and it's really vocal out there, as Dean has mentioned. Buckley just taking the speed out of the game a little bit, New South Wales. Toner, good in the half, wrap around. They look to go the short ball. Buckley, well read there from Lockie Pearce. 5th touch now. Can they create something? They just go short side, they fire it away, and she's in the front row of the grandstand.
Yeah, interesting play option there. Last night we saw Langbridge throw a lot of long balls left to right. That time they set that play up and he went short, hoping that they'd catch Queensland out. There's a penalty for New South Wales. The referees have ruled hooking.
Yeah, that was might have been a tough call, but there was a fairly decent collision in the ruck. And they've referee Baggio's called Adam Pride for the hooking penalty. So, again, good territory for New South Wales. Let's see what they got. They go the diving, and they've got the penalty forward pass.
Yeah, forward off the ruck, that ball there.
Queensland straight back onto the attack. Francis. Pearce pops it back onto Green, coming back onto the field. Francis moves into half. It's Law. Corey Russell moves into half. He might take him on here. Just sums it up now. Switches back into Law. Hock into half now. Hock looking for support. Goes long. Did he get it down? I think they're going to say that he did. Malcolm Kenny in the corner. Now there's a little bit of chat going on between both referees. All clear from Kim Skelly. We're back level. 1 touchdown apiece.
Yeah, they really work Langbridge over in the middle of the field here. A couple of touches before this. They serve good in turn. They come back to their left. They throw the long ball out. Yeah, look, Shooty got across there. James Shute gets across and makes a touch, but the ball was down, and it's 1-1.
So nice hit back from Queensland as New South Wales get us back underway. Toner. And Lang working together there. Hennessy. Nice roll ball, Toner. They've got him stretched here. Nice defensive play, but again, they had numbers on that left-hand edge.
You wouldn't like to be defending against either of these teams, would you, Scott?
Oh, I wouldn't want to be anywhere near it. Oh my God. It's just so much potent attack. So that's where defence is so crucial in these games. If you can be strong defensively, and you know there's attack littered in both sides, you can score tries. It just might come down to whoever might be able to hold them out the most. Is Norman. He just going to take the space and goes from half. Nice touch again. They're trying to claim the 6 to go, but I think they're clutching at straws on that occasion. It's a penalty for a touch and pass regardless.
Yeah, look, both teams are having plenty of shots early when they get into the attacking zone. And both defences at the moment are standing up.
Penalty here. And they're going to be marched up the field as well for not returning the ball. Yes, they are. None of that from Kim Skelly. So they're taking time here, Queensland. Norman's getting his boys together, moving people around. He's having a good chat here with Adam Pride. So not too concerned with the clock at this stage. There's 7 minutes to go in the first half. As Norman tells Zanetti where he wants it. He's got the ball now. Pumps it to Pride. Pride comes off the left foot. You feel like they might be working towards a set piece. They're happy to give touches away at the moment. Queensland. Zanetti, he kicks on. Goes out to the outside. Hegarty. Norman. Pride. Townsend into half. Wraps around. And they're going to get another set of 6 here. There's a little bit of space open to them, but knocked down from New South Wales.
You can see from last night's play that they've learnt about the New South Wales links being up in the channel, so they're trying to drive a little bit deeper in before releasing the pass. Ooh. Penalty there for the touch on the face of Norman. So they're trying to drive a little bit deeper into the New South Wales line to be able to throw the ball behind that defensive link who is up in the channel.
So Townsend drives out to Pride. They try to go short side. Great ball on the inside from Townsend as he was falling. Finds Adam Pride. And Queensland, they take the lead the first time in this match, 2-1.
Yeah, great skills here from Queensland. Lazy inside defence here from Toner. He should have been across here, but you'll see here. They run the quickie play. There's the ball, and then diving line back inside, and you can see the New South Wales defender inside him standing still. He should have been in there shutting that hole down.
A beautiful bit of skill from Jared Townsend. North Queensland Cowboys touch premiership player. He's had a big couple of years. Jared Townsend made his way into the Australian mixed open squad last year. Hennessy Good. Great defence there from Lachlan Pearce. Good again. Hennessy rolls with the ball, gives it good. No, it's Hennessy with the ball, fires out long, and Francis just tried to stick the arms up. I think they're going to be okay with this. The two referees are coming together. They give it all clear. New South Wales, they hit straight back, 2-2.
Yeah, great ball, but a really good take here from Shute as well. He would have been blinded as Francis had not bad position. There's the long ball. It goes over Francis's head. Well taken by Shute, rolling into the in-goal area. And that was, again, a really well-set play from the New South Wales Blues. But both teams, when they're in that attacking end of the field, both are looking really dangerous. This could be a high-scoring match, Scott.
So there's just about 4.5 minutes left in the first half. Can Queensland take the lead back as Law probing, looking for space? He's got the ball back again. Law, Benbow, he's directing where he wants him to go. Moves into half, Benbow. Green, left to right. Pearce gets it out, but it just dips down on to Sean Francis. And they almost created something there, but the final execution didn't come off for Queensland.
Yeah, they are looking sharp. They're trying different plays so far against the New South Wales line. Peter Norman's been out there. He's directing traffic. And this game is still in the balance, well and truly.
Hennessy, Good's got the ball. Back to Good now. And they fire the big ball out. Palau tries to grab it and throw it back in. Just came off Hegarty's body. Wasn't played at. And a penalty given regardless. Forward pass. Penalty. Queensland tapping coming out of their end.
Yeah, referee Bowen ruling that ball going forward. Queensland, once again, both teams, they're not really getting great field position because both teams are giving the ball back to each other on their own line.
So Green just driving it forward now. Francis. Substitutions on for Queensland. Nice transition from Cridland. Can Norman capitalise? Now 6 more. Yeah, and that's the call.
Yeah, correct call there. Masashi coming in. He had to play the ball there, otherwise it could have been a touchdown to Queensland.
Townsend with the ball now. He's just trying to get the defenders to come up out of him. Norman fights it out. Nice strong touch there from Langbridge. My mistake, that was Shute. Apologies. Norman dishes, roll ball, but Norman's down on the deck. Now, which way's the penalty going to go? It's going to go to New South Wales. Rolled the ball without being touched, I believe. There could be another penalty coming here. Cridland was offside. They'll play advantage. That's touch 1.
You can see both teams really want to play an up-tempo game here. It's New South Wales into the Queensland half.
Langbridge driving forward. Bundy. Langbridge again. Now penalty coming here to Queensland. Over the mark call.
Yeah, Langbridge trying to get too much of an advantage there. Messy roll ball. It was off the mark and well picked up by referee Badger.
So Queensland now 2-2. We're locked up here. There's 2 minutes left in the first half. It's been a great battle here. Game 2. Men's Open. State of Origin. Pride driving in for Russell. The Redlands connection. They try to connect. Russell throws the big ball out to Francis. And drop ball there. Change over. New South Wales possession.
Yeah, it's still an arm wrestle, isn't it? Both teams feeling each other out. It's like two heavyweights trading punches in the centre of the ring at the moment.
Yeah, the last probably 5 minutes or so, you can definitely say one team hasn't had the ascendancy over the other. They're just going back and forth up the park. New South Wales with a penalty here, so this is going to help their cause.
Well, Queensland would have to be happier with their start today. They couldn't have been happy with the way they started last night, but they must be happier with the way that they've started.
So Blackwood drives forward, Langbridge. Bundy drives, Hennessy looks to connect, Blackwood. They've got numbers in space here. Hegarty goes a big dive. I think he's made the touch. Big touch there, and he's come off second best, Hegarty. But geez, he flew through the air.
Yeah, great defensive effort. Maybe just winded himself, or he's shaking his arm out, so maybe just landed awkwardly on his hands.
So they've made changes during that period as well, Queensland. You can hear from the Queensland box, they're on the far side, but drive is the call, and they're trying to do that now. There's 30 seconds left, so they want to get up the other end. Strong contact there between Pearce. Law just takes space, play on, no. The touch has been called. Simon Lake's put his hand up. They've come together, and Pearce has run in from the side as well. The boys are getting a little bit antsy here. They need to be careful. They don't want to lose players. Something must have happened there off the ball as I was looking that it was close for a touchdown to Michael Law. And Cody Green, oh no, I thought he was trying to take Palau, but they're old mates. But there's a lot of talk going on out here at the moment as captains are being called onto the field. So the hooter goes in the background.
Yeah, this is an interesting call here. He's asked Lockie Pearce to stand to the side, and this might be coming in as a third man. You see here they come together, and then all of a sudden you see Lockie Pearce coming. The penalty's gone to Queensland. Pearce is coming, and he's reversed that penalty now, and he's put Lockie Pearce in the bin for that third player in.
So crucial to note as well, as Norman, the captain, he needs to make his way off the field. This is a little bit familiar. They could probably get penalised here again for having too many on the field, but I think the referees are just going to be happy for this to finish up. And wow, what an exciting way to finish the first half there, Dean.
Yeah, it is an exciting way. We said earlier there was starting to get a bit of lippy out there between both teams, and like Men's Open, they're going to play. It is a physical game, and the referees do let that go a little bit, but in that particular instance, they kind of boiled over there, which is unfortunate.
So it's 2-2, game 2 of the Men's Open, and Queensland need to take this one to keep the series alive. We'll be back with the second half very shortly.
Stance on the Kings. Their lead of a one game to love at the moment. We have 30 seconds, players, and the referees 30 seconds to the start of the second half.
Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're about to get the second half underway in the Men's Open, and really fiery finish there in the end of the first half. Now, it needs to be made mention that Lachlan Pearce did get a period of time just before the conclusion of the first half, so Queensland are going to start the second half with one player down. So New South Wales, they'll probably have a game plan here to take advantage of that, the extra number on the field. So let's see what they've got as Buckley takes it forward. Bundy with the ball now. Toner to Hennessy. Goes off his right foot, and it's as easy as that.
Yeah, very difficult to stop Dylan Hennessy when you've only got 5 in the defensive line. He's got options off his feet. He's got options off the pass. You've got to be watching left and right. And you can see here, he goes at Norman. He steps back. And the Queensland defence up in the line trying to block that pass, but they needed to be crashing in. And I actually think we heard Peter Norman yell hit.
So 3-2, New South Wales back in front. And can they score with 5 on the field? They've got a chance here. Ooh, big play made there from Palau. Now, that's probably concerning that with one less player, they still had the opportunity to create an overlap there, Dean.
Yeah, really well-worked play, but New South Wales, look, 2 in the touch again. They've got to sort their defensive line out here. It sometimes can be really difficult. When you're playing 6-on-6, you know your assignments, but all of a sudden when the team's down to 5, you sometimes question what your assignment is.
Green just tries to take on the New South Wales defence. That's Cridlin, Norman. Fires it out to Francis. So they're going to look to go open side here. Norman, Cridlin trying to run the hole, but well defended there. It was Buckley coming up out of the line to put pressure on, and they shut that play down. So the Blues, extra player still on the field. Pearce is still at the end of the field in the bin at the moment. So a couple of changes here. Goods onto the field with Hennessy. Working out towards Palau's side of the field. Palau dishes back in. Hennessy shows it to Nichols. Gives it to Nichols now. Goods directing traffic. Gives it to Hennessy. Wraps around him. Nice ball. Touch and pass coming here. So well defended. Still with the man down. And Queensland find a way to shut that one down.
Yeah, New South Wales will be a little bit disappointed with that. They had the opportunity to put a 2-touchdown lead on Queensland. Queensland will run this set of 6 out, and then more than likely they'll get their player back.
So down the sideline, Hegarty with the ball. Law's back on the field, heavily involved in the little fracas that happened at the back end of the first half. Law turns it into Zanetti. Law, can he create something out of nothing? He's got great footwork. Michael Law switches back. Benbow and just has a little juggle. Pearce is being called back onto the field now, so back to 6-on-6.
Yeah, but Queensland did very well out of that. At this level, if you've got 2 sets defending and you only give up 1 touchdown, you've done pretty well.
So the Blues, nice strong run. Nichols gets him on the front foot. Plenty of chat coming from the Queensland box. They want the boys to get up here. Langbridge moves into half. Fires it off to Bundy. Bundy drives in for Hennessy. Hennessy, footwork. Finds it off the left foot. Oh, geez, I thought he had Zanetti beat. He came in off the left foot. If he just carried on, I think he might have got a touchdown there.
Yeah, I thought he could have scored this myself. I thought just step through there, dummy to Hennessy, and he would have been through. Penalty now to Queensland.
Yeah, Buckley shot right up out of the line. He was well and truly offside. May have even been in the second instance as well. But they say a play on the referees. Russell now back on the field. Pride into half, gives it to Russell. Back into Pride. There it is. Redlands combination. They play a lot of football together, those two. Beautifully worked touchdown, and they level it back up 3-3.
Yeah, really well worked here. And again, they've just caught the New South Wales defence snapping, but great skills here, you see. There's the little pass, and then just dummies back inside. Langbridge caught. He should have been into that hole. And Queensland level it all up at 3 touchdowns apiece.
So it's Alex Langbridge with the tap. And he gets the ball back here now, so they're just making their way up towards the Queensland try line. Blues. Hennessy, right foot. His footwork's all, ball down over the line. So they might have had a chance if he held it. There was Queensland defenders there, but he lost it regardless over the touchline.
Yeah, he went for the line. I would have thought he might have been better putting it on the ground and let Hennessy go on a double up.
So it was Simon Lang on that occasion. Just couldn't control it. Going on the line. Hock, nice meters from Cormac Hock. Pearce, he's back on the field now after spending a little bit of time in the sin bin, I should say. He's with the ball again. Norman fires it out, easily taken outside there from Palau, and they might have had an opportunity to go short on that occasion, fired it off, but Palau picks it off.
Yeah, really well positioned there defensively, Palau, but Queensland starting to put the pressure on defensively, making New South Wales really work hard to get it out of their own half.
Yeah, they've thrown it out.
Yeah, that's that defensive pressure.
Big calls from the sub-box for the pass being forward regardless, and so it was a loose pass, and Queensland were locked up. It's 3-3. Can they take the lead in the set? Pearce. Norman just pushing Pearce back in towards the middle of the park. Pride's there now. Passes back to Pearce. Norman just got a little bit lost there. A little bit of a collision, but end up holding him up. Nichols. So Pearce with the ball again. Green, great left to right pass. They look to pop back on the inside. Pop back out to Haggerty. No, referee's going to pull it back. Touch and pass. The crowd thought it was a touchdown. Another penalty given and a little bit of lip. So they're going to step this out. Whoops. A little bit of a collision somehow. I don't know how that actually happened between Haggerty and the referee. But Norman...
David Badgett might have to penalise himself for the coat hanger.
Well, mate, that was above the head. He's given penalties away for players making contact with their heads. He should be substituting himself after that play. Langbridge. It's Langbridge again, getting his players set back out. And his brother was with him in the middle of the park. It's Bundy. Now Hennessy sniffing around the middle as well. Langbridge comes around the back. They go left to right. Kenny's read it. No, beautiful defence there. Last touch now. Can they create something out of nothing? This man can, if anyone. Goes short to Langbridge, but they turn the ball over.
Yeah, well defended that time from Queensland. New South Wales set up for the long ball, left to right. Most teams throw right to left. It was off Langbridge, but really well read by the Queensland defence as they shut it down.
So they work it towards their substitution box, Queensland. Substitutions on now for them. Law's on there. Benbow drives in nice and strong. Law goes off his right foot. Fake dummies. Oh, and a push in the back as well. They've got the penalty, Queensland, regardless, but just after Law got rid of the pass, it was a nice little shove in the back. And he does have a history of shoulder injuries, Michael Law. He actually came off a knee reconstruction in the last series and did his shoulder, funny enough, in the first game. End up ruling him out for the 2016 series fairly early on. Dishes it off nice and quickly. Have they got him on the ropes here? How did that get through? He's telling him to come back to the mark.
All trouble for New South Wales. Hennessy looks like he's limping out there after making that touch on the wing.
Yeah, he's ginger. Dylan Hennessy. So Townsend, can they take advantage? Pops it out, and that's down. Shawnee Francis. So Queensland, they take the lead, 4-3.
Had a couple of opportunities to score in this set. Firstly to the left, but they've stretched them back to the right. And you see here, it's just a little dink play, goes behind the back, running the outline. Catalisto, not sure if he should come in or stay out, and it's an easy ball to Francis on the wing. Queensland take the lead for the first time today.
So Buckley just drives forward. Hennessy, so let's see if he's running all right. It looks like he might be, but yeah, he definitely looked a bit ginger in that previous defensive set. So Hennessy again with the ball, dishes to Lang. Sweeper coming around the back here. Nichols fires left to right. I think they've got the ball down. They have. So they've hit straight back to level it up. 4 touchdowns all.
Yep, 60-second syndrome. That first 60 seconds after you score, you really want to concentrate on your defence. But well worked here from New South Wales. They've come down the field. They've got here and you see, there's back against the grain, hitting Lang in that hole. diving effort from the Queensland winger, unfortunately not being able to get there. And New South Wales even the game up 4-all.
Toner with the touchdown there for New South Wales. As Cormac Hock dishes back outside to Norman. He fires back into the middle of the park to Cridlin. Green goes short to Cormac. They're within the 5. Dishes early. Comes back out to Francis again. Great finish from Sean Francis. 5-4.
Great hands from Peter Norman here too. Just in the one move and he passes that out. And very similar to play to what they ran previously, catching New South Wales short. There's the touch on the out ball, but look at that catch and pass, and really great skill from Peter Norman.
Yeah, great team try there as well. Cormac Hock getting the ball down within the 5, not much room to move, and finished off nicely from Sean Francis. As Bundy and Langbridge just connecting now. Bundy drops it in. Langbridge goes left to right. Manalese though, they're within the 5, so they're just going to pull this one back out.
Yeah, Queensland, they've read that well. They read it well last night. They've been reading it well today. Maybe New South Wales need to run a different option off that long ball back from Langbridge.
Hennessy dishes on the wrap. They've got numbers here. Big touch in the middle from Queensland. Peter Norman again.
Yeah, that speed of Peter Norman's. Most other players probably would have been scored against there, but his speed allows him to get across and make that touch.
So Queensland now, Zanetti dishes off to Law. Benbow just says, go forward for me. Gives back to Law. Townsend comes into half. Good pick up from Townsend. Goes short. And 6 more touches here.
Queensland have gone up, not one gear. I think they've gone up a couple of gears. And New South Wales haven't matched them in that yet. There's a bit of danger here for New South Wales defending their line.
So Law jinking around. Benbow just takes him on. Easy touch made there from Scott Bundy.
Be interesting to see what play Queensland run here. They've had success to this right-hand edge.
So Pearce sweeps around the back. Got a touch made. So they're going to realign here now, Queensland. Law drives in front of Pearce. Pearce moves into half now. There's no one in front of Pearce. Can he find his support? A touch made.
Yeah, Hennessy made that touch out there.
Now
there could be a penalty coming here.
Yeah, something's happening.
Think,
both referees are having a chat.
About a hold, possibly. So the penalty's gone to Queensland. Yes, holding.
So another 6 touches to the Maroons. Pride back out on the park. He's got the ball. Pride gets it on the outside. Russell doesn't get on the outside. Great footwork. And that combination again. Pride and Russell. And now they've got a little bit of a buffer, Queensland. It's 6-4.
Yeah, they've recognised that their best attack is to come to this right edge. And they've had success the last 3 times they've come here. You see here, just bouncing out. Gets on the outside of Blackwood. Great footwork. And an easy touchdown in the end. New South Wales are going to have to fix that defence.
So Blues, can they claw it back? Queensland need to win this one to keep the series alive. They've got a 2-touchdown buffer over the Blues at the moment. Hennessy again comes off his right foot. Nice touch there from Corey Russell. So he's backing up a good attacking set with a good defensive set here, Russell. New South Wales. Can they claw one back? They go short side. Good defence and a big... Well, Corey Russell needs to be careful here. He's gone a little bit overzealous with the push. The referees say all good, play on.
Queensland have held up well in the second half. They've looked as though they've altered some defensive structures. New South Wales not being as potent as they were when in that attacking zone.
So Cridlin driving strong. Norman, the intensity's really picked up here. Norman, they're looking short, New South Wales. They just keep playing on, and Cridlin. Well, there was Hennessy that just dropped out of the play, but there was space in front. They looked a little bit short in the New South Wales defence. Norman took them on, found Cridlin. Touchdown to Queensland.
Yeah, blood in the water here for Queensland. They're really gone up again. Norman, deep into the line, just passes it off. Hennessy not sure whether to come in or stay out. He had numbers on the outside of him. Queensland Comfortable lead now, 3 touchdowns with 5:40 to play.
Yeah, this is a handy buffer. Still 5 minutes, 5.5 minutes left on the clock. So Good gives it to Dylan Hennessy. Hennessy goes the big dummy, again. Penalty coming. And the referee's going to tell him to get back onto the mark, and it looks like he's going to tap it pretty much in the exact same position as what he tapped it on the first occasion. But Hennessy now, I feel like they might need one here to get back into the game. Strong touch from Norman, and they've turned it over. So touch one, change over New South Wales, and the crowd's getting pretty boisterous here for the home team.
And Norman was able to disrupt that roll ball. He was strong making the touch. The New South Wales weren't strong in the ruck. And here's a penalty now against Queens. That's New South Wales. Haven't seen what the call is for. Possibly must have been for offside. Everything's going Queensland's way at the moment.
Zanetti just takes it forward. So made some changes at the point of the penalty there, Queensland. Law. He's got the ball back again. Law. Nice touch there. Pearce fires it out straight away to Benbow. Ooh, a touch made. Benbow thought he had it. 5th touch now.
Yeah, very close there. Very close. Referees have ruled the touch.
Yeah, and they just turned it over, so a loose pass there. But they'll be not too disappointed with where they ended up that set. And New South Wales got to do the hard work to get out of their end of the field now.
Yeah, you really need to think that New South Wales might need to put one on in this set of 6 to remain the chance. 4 minutes to go. They're going to get another 4 sets, but the clock is really working against them.
So it's Good now. Buckley's in the half. Good. Gets down low. Yeah, good honesty from Jared Townsend. Said, I didn't get him, sir. So a touchdown to New South Wales. Like you said, Dean, they needed that one. They're back down to 2 at 7-5.
Yeah, the combination here from Penrith. Buckley and Good. Set play, they run a lot at the Panthers. You see, Good just gets out of there. From there, Buckley steps away as if he's getting the ball back. Just relaxes the defence there, and Good slides through for the touchdown.
So can Queensland extend back out? 3 minutes and 20 seconds left on the clock. Adam Pride with the ball now. Fakes. Russell in the half. Can they combine again? Russell. Cormac Hawk gets it down. Nice early ball. Great defence, Jonathan Palau. Touch he had to make there. Russell back in the half. Just links up with Cody Green. They're going to kill the play here, Queensland. So let's see if New South Wales can drive out.
3 to go. Both teams will get another 3 sets. New South Wales, again, they're down by 2, so they're going to need to put something on here again, you would think.
They're making good meters. Buckley. Langbridge comes onto the field. Both Langbridges making their way on. It's Daniel with the ball now. He's looking to link up with brother, but Hennessy comes in the half, gives a nice early ball. Langbridge fires it out. Good finish from Palau. She's game on now. They've reduced it down to 1 touchdown. It's 7-6.
Well, that's the last 2 sets. New South Wales have gone the length of the field and put a touchdown on. 2:20 to go. Queensland up by 1. This game's not over by a long stretch.
Yeah, there's still too much time left on the clock. There's about 2 minutes to go for Queensland to be in the mindset where they're just going to shut this down and wind the clock down. They really need to probably score in this set to try to get the polish on and finish this game off. Norman's running strongly. Cridlin to Norman. Sniped there from Buckley. Good defence.
Yeah, really well read there defensively from Buckley. Came in. Norman was looking for the penalty.
Cridlin now. Townsend moves in the half. Wraps around Norman. Norman's still going. Can he connect up? Flicks inside to Cridlin. That's down. That's what they wanted. They've kept it at 2 touchdown margin. And we're 1.5 minutes to go. It's 8-6 to Queensland.
Yeah, good pace here from Norman. He's scurry across the field. But watch the footwork of Cridlin when he gets the ball. Here's Norman going across. He brings him back on the inside, and see that pouncing back to his right just to create that extra distance between him and the diving Nick Good. That's what created the touchdown.
A beautiful flick pass from Peter Norman. And he stays out on the field. 1 minute and 10 seconds left in the second half. It's Queensland 8-6. This is to keep the series alive. Can New South Wales claw it back? Pull something out of the back pocket here. They juggle, but it's ball down. So it's Queensland's to lose. 55 seconds on the clock. They might try to run the clock down now in this set.
Yeah, they really need to score there, New South Wales, to get another opportunity to bring it within one and then at least have one more shot.
Zanetti, they're just taking it. There's the old experience. Oops, went over the mark. Sorry, I'll take 10 more seconds off the clock to go back to the mark. Norman just running across field. He does exactly the same. Now they better get back and roll this ball pretty quickly. I don't want to give a penalty away. 25 seconds left on the clock. Cridlin. Pearce. He might just take him on. Pearce. He has that. Can he link up? They might have created something out of nothing. Hegarty! Oh, touch made.
Yeah, great touch there from Palau, but Queensland were just running the clock down, and Pearce said, you know what, I'm going to have a crack here, and that's he did. Nearly created another touchdown for the Maroons.
So the Hooters not too far away. Queensland, they're going to take this one out as it goes in the background. New South Wales, they're going to flick on the inside. Queensland are going to want to shut this one down. You want to finish this off. Another flick pass. Ball down now. And wow, take a breath. Queensland, they keep the series alive. We're going to a decider this afternoon. That's what the crowd wanted. The home team, they get the victory. Game 2, 8 touchdowns to 6 over New South Wales.
Yeah, really good victory there for the Queensland team. They played very well. They were testing New South Wales. They found some success on this right-hand edge. 3 times in the top row, they came down there during the second half and picked up the touchdown. And they put that buffer between them. It'll be an interesting game 3. New South Wales, I think, might have really wanted to wrap the series up in that game, remembering they've now played nearly 2 full games with a player short. Justin Costello confirmed last night at hospital he has a clean break in that arm in his radius. So he took no part in today's game. And, 13 boys are going to have to stand up against the rampaging Queensland team come game 3.
So they'll be looking to take all the momentum from game 2 into game 3 and try to reclaim. There's still a little bit of niggle going on here as the boys are shaking hands. So, gee, they just fair dinkum don't like each other, these two teams. I can't believe it. They've gone to shake hands and they've come together again. Norman, he's never too far away when there's a little bit of chat going on. But there's still a little bit. Sam Pearce and Corey Russell are following the Blues over to their box. They're separated now. But plenty of feeling between these two teams.